consider a sleeping pillow a luxury item, but they do add a lot of comfort at night. Let's see which one's the best. Hey everybody, this is Mark Dowdy with TogetherOnFoot.com. Listen, today I'm going to go through a review of some ultra lightweight sleeping pillows. We are getting ready to go on a 1,000-mile hike across Europe, starting from Prague, Czech Republic, going through Czech Republic, down through Germany, all the way across Switzerland, the long way up in the Alps, and halfway across France to the small town of Le Puy-en-Velay. This is part of the extension of the Camino pilgrimage routes that go all throughout Europe. Listen, if you want to follow us on that, you can follow us at TogetherOnFoot.com. That'll give you a link to actually the videos for this pilgrimage hike that we're going to do. So do that, and please, it really would help me out if you guys click like and subscribe below. It helps the channel grow, and we'll get more information like this online. Look, we're going to look at some sleeping pillows today. This trip is 1,000 miles, 1,600 kilometers. And for the first time, I'm going to be bringing a sleeping pillow. I expect we're going to do quite a bit of tent camping on this trip, primarily to keep our costs down over the 2 months that we'll be traveling. So I'm going to review 6 different solutions for you, and hopefully this will be helpful to you. These all qualify as what I would say ultra lightweight sleeping pillows. So there are some at this far end that are I'm not going to show you that I would never consider bringing because they're not ultra lightweight. But all of these would be in that category. I'm going to start with the heaviest and the most luxurious of the ultra lightweight pillows. And this is the Hikencher. It's a Hikencher sleeping pillow. It is 17 inches wide, 10 inches tall, and 4.5 inches in loft. You'll notice it's got a dog bone shape to it, higher in the sides, low in the center. That's standard for almost all of these pillows. There's one exception. This has a beautiful, really luxurious quilted kind of surface on the top. By far the most comfortable of all the pillows that we're reviewing. It even has a sort of mesh, not mesh, but cloth, very soft surface on the non-sleeping side, which is great. There you go. It does have a strap. So it comes with a strap that you take around your sleeping pad. And for this pillow, that would be particularly necessary because this one would be too wide to fit inside my mummy bag. So it would go underneath, strap around the... So this weight for this pillow is 5.04 ounces or 143 grams. So there you go. That's the sort of top of the line. Next up is the Trekology pillow. Its official name, Trekology Ultralight Inflatable Camping Travel Pillow A-Luft 2.0. It's a mouthful. It is 17 inches wide, 10 inches tall, and 3 3/4 inches in loft. It also has a slight dog bone shape to it, not quite as significant as some of the others. It does have this kind of, instead of a quilted pattern, it has these horizontal seams to it. It has a really interesting feature, and it's got kind of a dimpled, I don't know if you can see that, it's a dimpled surface to one side of it. I believe this is meant to grip your pad a little bit. I didn't really test it out for that purpose, but I actually slept on it with that toward my face and surprisingly wasn't uncomfortable. I think you're supposed to sleep on that side though. So either way, it was a pretty comfortable pillow. It does come with a strap, just like the Hikencher one, to go around your sleeping pad. By the way, all the weights that I give you do not include either the bag or the strap. So this one comes in at 3.53 ounces or 100.1 grams. Next up is a pillow I'm going to use mostly for reference. This is a Madeira camping pillow. I don't think you can buy these anymore, but this was our old standby. It's my baseline to compare everything else to. This Madeira is 15 by 10 by 3 as far as dimensions in inches, and also has kind of the dog bone shape to it, and has a bit of a very light fleece kind of cushion on it. It's not a bad surface to sleep on. Again, I think you're supposed to sleep on this, which is more of a canvasy side, but you can use either one if you wish. Again, I don't think you can get that anymore, but it comes in at 2.7 ounces or 76.5 grams. The next two, I think, is a dividing line between sort of the high-end luxury, our baseline, and what is definitely a lighter weight type of pillow. The first one is the Exped Ultra, and this is a medium. I think they come in two sizes. It doesn't come with a strap, but it has these loopholes that you could form your own strap, or perhaps they sell one separately. It is significantly smaller. You can see the difference in size just in physical dimensions compared with some of these others. It comes in at 14 inches wide by 10 inches tall, but surprisingly 4.5 inches in loft. That's a little bit of a tricky measurement to give you, but I'll explain that in just a second. It does have the horizontal seams, just two of them, just again, because it's a smaller pillow. And it does have this sort of shoulder niche, which the Trekology did as well, the Madeira a little bit. Sits in your shoulder quite nicely, wraps around you a little bit better. It's quite comfortable from that point of view. What's interesting about this one is this view here. Now, I don't know how well it comes out on camera, but you'll notice that this side is quite a bit taller than this side. So what that effectively gives you is a neck roll. Now, if you're sleeping on your back, that sort of fits in the crook of your neck, and it tilts your head back. I really love sleeping with a neck roll. So for me, this was a really excellent feature to add to the sleeping pillow. I quite enjoyed that particular feature. Lastly is, the weight on this one. This Exped comes in at 1.73 ounces or 49 grams. Last on my list to review here is the Big Agnes Rapide SL. The Big Agnes is 15 inches wide, 8.5 tall, by far the shortest of these pillows as far as height, and 3 inches in loft. Now, this is a little bit tricky to measure the height. I ended up measuring, sort of halfway from here to here because it has these wings are more pronounced than some of the others. It has a unique feature of these dimples are only located right in the center instead of being all the way across. But it has these side dimples as well, so I'm not sure exactly what the benefit is. It does allow for kind of a place for your ear to go, and I found that quite comfortable. So there you go. It is by far the lightest, not by far, it is quite similar to the Exped actually. This Rapide is 1.66 ounces, and that's 47.1 grams. One unique feature about the Agnes is, I guess because it's a lighter weight fabric than some of the others, or possibly because they just are adding some value to their product, it did come with a little patch kit. I appreciate that. I think that's a really good thing to have added to it. I have one more sort of bonus one to show you, but I'll hold off on that second. Let me just go back and generally review comfort. By far the most comfort. It's really adaptable to side sleep, back sleep, either one is fine. The Trekology is difficult for me to sort of weigh. It's a good weight drop from the Hikenture, but if I was going to go for weight, I'd probably keep going down the list as far as comfort goes. The Madeira, again, is our baseline. I'm not going to say anything more about that. Now we got their two ultra lightweight, and I am a gram weenie. I really fight for weight wherever I can. And I'm really torn between these two, and I don't know which one I'm going to bring yet. The comfort of that neck roll is substantial, and I'm going to have to say I'm probably leaning toward the Exped. But the weight, slightly less weight of the Big Agnes is also quite intriguing. Okay, last thing I'm going to show you is, I'm kind of going to do this backwards, but there's the first time I have ever brought a sleeping pillow. Every other time I've done this solution. Here you have a neck gaiter that I've placed around a dry bag from Z-Packs. Now this is their special pillow dry bag. It actually, on the inside, I've inverted it so it's on the outside, there's a fleece layer on the outside to add to comfort. Now this combination is quite comfortable, I have to admit. And if you're going to bring your neck gaiter anyway, and you're going to bring a dry bag anyway, then this is the lighter solution rather than bringing a dedicated pillow. But surprisingly, not very much. The lightest weight pillow here, this Big Agnes, again, is 1.66 ounces. The dry bag itself with the pillow attachment is also 1.66 ounces. So, yeah, trade off, and I would rather have the inflatable pillow than I would the fleece lined bag. Of course, if you had to bring a bag anyway, you can subtract off the weight of that, and this goes down to 0.8 ounces, half the weight of adding a separate pillow. So you get to make that decision. So again, just show you how this works. This is just a Manette gaiter wrapped around the side. I have a fleece stuffed inside this bag, and there's the sort of fleece surface. I did find this on warm weather too hot. I was sweating on this surface, so I can't say I particularly enjoyed it. And you would turn it proper ways inside out to use as a dry bag, flip it this way to use as a pillow. So there you go. Comfort wise, not as comfortable as an AeroPillow. It's just not for me anyway. It does have the advantage of you can shape this and mold it to whatever size you want. If you want more loft, you stuff more stuff in there up to the limit of the bag. You can squish things around and get it just right. So that has that advantage. The disadvantage, of course, if you got something with a zipper or a button, or you don't fold things exactly nicely, you can end up with a pretty lumpy pillow. All right, guys, again, all of the information for all of these is going to be down in the description below, as well as a link to togetheronfoot.com. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit like and subscribe and help me boost this channel. All right, thanks, guys.